Hello, welcome back to the channel, guys. We have been so busy for the holidays, and so it's been hard to get back out here to YouTube. Today we are actually making a little bit something different than what you might normally see with our rings, and this was something that was popular during the holidays, and so I wanted to just share it and see how you guys like it. If you like projects other than rings, comment below. If you just are here for the rings and nothing else, comment below as well. And leave a like as well if you do enjoy what you see here. So starting off, we're making a little board that is going to have a QR code and an NFC tag, of which you, for these ones, will be able to connect to Wi-Fi with your phone without having to share your Wi-Fi password with your guest, or if you're using AirBnb, anything like that. So we're making them out of walnut boards, or little walnut. They're like 5 inches by 3.5 inch pieces, and so that is what we are working on today. Very simple. And I also think that if you're making rings, that this is a small wood project. If you like little wood projects and don't have a ton of room for large things like tables or chairs or anything bigger than that, this is a fun project to do because it doesn't require a ton of space or tools. You could really hand do any of this. And so I cut the boards to size here, and then I'm just sanding it after the little routing to round the edges out. And then this is just sanding with 220. We're basically just prepping this little block for the finish, as well as the engraving that we're going to add, and then the little NFC chip that we'll add to it as well. And again, this is for just hanging it up in your house for anybody that comes in that you want to give access to Wi-Fi. It would be good to add guest Wi-Fi or something like that as well. So the first thing we do with the block on the back side is I'm cutting a 1-inch diameter hole, and I'm going to go as deep as I can without penetrating the other side on this one. This is going to be for our little NFC chip that you will see here in just a little bit. And then I'm trying to get as close to the other side as possible to make our NFC chip be able to read well and tap with your Android phone. So that is on the back side with the little NFC chip, and then on this other side we're going to use our CO2 laser, and I'm going to add this little tap to connect to Wi-Fi. We're going to burn it into the front of the walnut wood. And then while that's going, we have a little phone recording, so if you guys want to do this at home, you very easily could. Even if you don't have this nice board, you can do it with anything. So first up, we're going to make a QR code, and we're going to engrave this on metal. You could print this out if you wanted it instead. So we created a QR code with the Wi-Fi name and password, and then we're going to put it onto a metal card. And now for the NFC chip, we're going to use an app called NFC Tools, where you can add a Wi-Fi record. You'll put in the Wi-Fi name, the Wi-Fi password, and then click on write. You'll tap the chip in the back, and then easy enough, your chip now automatically connects to Wi-Fi. So here's the QR code. Again, if you don't have a laser to put on a metal card, it's just a matter of maybe printing something out, putting it on a cardstock or something for you guys at home. It's just a little finishing touch. We're just using a little spray finish, matte finish, just to make it look a little bit nicer as well. Because this is something that will hang on the wall, most likely. Give it a little wet sand with 800 grit just to polish it off, sand off any bubbles or extrusions at all. And then from there, here's our NFC chip. So when we hit right on the instructions before, we tap it on the back, and the app will control the NFC chip so that it can hold that information. And then I just use some glue on the back and then put that card right in. That card is also 1 inch diameter, so it just fits perfectly back there. And that's also a good hole for hanging with hanging the board as well. And then I've learned also that iPhones won't tap these NFC chips, which is the big reason we add the QR code. So we have the NFC chip for Androids and the QR code for iPhones, even though the Android could use either one. And then I just scar the back of this card to make sure that it adheres to the wood well. I should have scarred the wood as well, but I think it'll stick okay. Unless you have kids running around trying to pull stuff off. And then that's basically it, guys. That's just a little tiny project. It was a lot of fun. The NFC chips I'll post in the affiliate links below. You can get like 25 of them for $10. And then this wood, this walnut, I got like 7 foot of walnut wood for $35 locally. So it's just a really fun, cheap idea that really you can do with anything. You can connect it to your social media or however you want. So that's basically it. Thanks, guys, for watching. And again, if you like other projects other than rings, let us know. And thanks for watching. See you guys next time.